Hey Capricorn, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot, here to do a reading for you for the next week or two. All right, just depending on how often I am uploading. But anyway, so let's see. I'm not doing any specific reading. I'm kind of going intuitively, more of a storytelling type of reading today. So we'll just see what comes out for you. All right, so this is the main card. This is what's going on with you for the next week or two. And then we'll just see what else comes up. However it relates to you. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's take a look. What is coming up for you? The Knight of Swords. All right, so one of two things is happening here for you. You either have a really strong need to talk to somebody, okay, because that's what, that's what swords are. It's about communication. It's about thoughts, okay? This is fast-moving energy, so you have some urgency, and I feel like, with the direction that this Knight of Swords is going, it's moving towards the past. So there's somebody from your past that you have some urgency around wanting to communicate with. There's something that maybe you need to say, or you feel this energy coming towards you for some reason. All right? So why are we seeing the Knight of Swords here for Capricorn? All right, so we have the Emperor. Interesting. So this can be divine masculine for some of you. This can also be a boss. You might be feeling that a boss has some urgency to talk to you, or you might have some urgency to talk to your boss. You might have some urgency to speak with somebody that you consider your divine masculine to be. The Emperor also represents Aries. You might be feeling very connected to a particular Aries that you want to talk to. The Emperor tends not to be extremely emotional. Doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. You might be struggling to get some communication out of a particular masculine. Now, every man and woman carries a masculine energy. So even if you're dealing with a female, the masculine side of that female can tend to be very controlling sometimes, controlling the communication. All right, so when I'm asking why the Knight of Swords and we get the Emperor, it could be any of those particular scenarios or reasons. All right, you might feel like somebody has been very controlled and you're trying to kind of liven that person up or open that person up. What else? What's at the heart of this? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. So potentially you are thinking about a situation, I feel like, in one particular way. You're thinking about a particular person, a situation, a problem, with one line of thinking. You're not really considering all the options. You're not looking at anything except from maybe your point of view. So I feel like you're being called to look at this possibly from the other person's point of view. Why am I saying that? Because The swords here represent thoughts, okay? She is wrapped up in her own thoughts. That's what's trapping her. That's why you'll hear a lot of readers say, you know, that this is self-imposed entrapment. It's because you're thinking about something in one way. So this Knight of Swords could be hasty communication. It could be doing something rash. It could be making a move out of desperation. It could be making a move because you're only looking at something from your perspective. What do we have here? Knight of Wands. All right, so we've got a lot of masculine energy here, okay? So you might be the masculine in the situation, or you, if you're the feminine, you're carrying a lot of masculine energy in this situation, okay? The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, both, okay, are facing towards the past, okay? The horse on the Knight of Wands is very unruly. The knight doesn't know what direction this horse is going to take him in. So there's a feeling for you of a lack of control. You don't know what direction you're going in. You feel like you're being led versus having control. So you are probably behaving in certain ways to control as many aspects of whatever is going on for you as possible. And you're doing it with your thoughts. Your one way of thinking. Your one perspective. Your perspective. You're not expanding your perspective. You probably need to. Both the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, again, are heading towards the past. So there's something that you have not dealt with completely when it comes to a masculine, or maybe when it comes to some type of masculine behavior, maybe an action that you've taken in the past. There's something that you don't feel completely resolved with. So you are revisiting the past from one perspective in your own mind, trying to control the situation. What do we have here? Wheel of Fortune. All right, so Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius energy. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Emperor, Aries energy. Knight of Swords is Aquarius energy. So you could be dealing with any of those signs. But fire energy and swords energy, air and fire definitely dominate in your reading right now. So you could be dealing with any air sign, any fire sign. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune. This is what it feels to me that you are fighting here on some level, with trying to control with one way of thinking. It's like you're trying to control the wheel of destiny instead of surrendering to the wheel of destiny. You're trying to control the wheel of destiny by taking some type of rash action, perhaps. By, if you're a feminine, by being in masculine energy, trying to control the situation, by looking at things from only one perspective. And almost with this Knight of Wands, by allowing yourself to look at the situation like you don't have control. Like you're waiting for this horse to take you in the direction that you want to go in, instead of getting control of the horse and going in the direction that you want to go in. What do we have here? We have, wow, we have the Two of Swords in the reverse. When this card is in the upright, it's about, I just want to sit here. I want to think. We've got two women here with blindfolds on. Okay, again, strongly feel like whoever the feminine is here in this situation has one idea, one perspective, one line of thinking. This card is also about blocking our heart, right? There's a lot of masculine energy. There's not a lot of emotional energy in this reading. So when this card is in the upright, it's about blocking our heart. It's about not making a choice. It's about sitting and stewing in our thoughts. When this card is in the reverse, it's about opening up our heart. I feel like that's the suggestion here. Opening up our heart to seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from somebody else's perspective. Being that this card kind of sits between two Sagittarius cards, it might be asking you specifically, for some of you, to look at how a particular Sagittarius might be looking at this situation. Opening yourself up, opening up your heart. This is also saying that there's some choice that is yours to make. Let's see what that is. Nine of Wands. Knight of Cups. Okay. Knight of Cups, card of Pisces. You might be dealing with a Pisces. But what do we have here? Opening up our heart, identifying what we're afraid of here. Anytime that we're, heavily trying to control something, it's because we're afraid of something, okay? So what is it that you're afraid of here? More than likely, it's about sharing your cup of love with somebody that you might want a future with. How long have you been carrying that cup and you haven't given it to anybody? Or if you feel like you have, maybe you didn't give the full cup. Are you afraid that you're going to be greeted with somebody that doesn't carry a cup for you? Cups are emotions, right? He has a cup of emotions. You have a cup of emotions that you're not sharing because you're enraptured here with all of this masculine energy, and you might be the masculine in this situation. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. Let's look at the Knight of Wands. And the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. What is your train of thought here that you can't get out of? What is your perspective? Ace of Cups. This is where you are having a one-track mind. Okay? You have this cup. We see it right here too. You have this cup of love for somebody. You want to give it. You want the perfect opportunity to share your emotions with somebody. But Knight of Cups, you don't know where this horse is going to take you if you do that. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. When this card is in the upright, it's about juggling two situations, two people. You might have a Sagittarius that is juggling two people. You are one of them for some of you, probably not most of you. You know, when this card is in the reverse, this is a very, this says, look at me, okay? How do I want to say this? I almost feel like this is like almost like a cry for help. Like, look at me. Look at what I'm doing. I am, you know, I'm dancing around with these pentacles. I'm trying to get your attention. You know, I'm dropping balls left and right. I can't really juggle effectively. I don't know where this damn horse is taking me. I don't know what direction this is going in. You know, I feel like I'm, you know, I feel like this is a cry for help. And at the end of the day, you know, it's because I feel like, you know, for some of you, maybe you have carried this cup of love for just a long time. And now it's like you're standing on your head trying to get the attention that you want. And if you can't get that, what are you going to do? You're going to get on your, you know, your horse here, and you're going to do something rash. You're thinking of doing something rash over the next week or two. And remember, it's coming from ego. It's coming from a place of control. It's coming from a place of, look at me. Look at what I'm doing. Look at what I put myself through because of you. Wheel of Fortune. 7 of Cups in the reverse. When this card shows up in the reverse, it's not about all of these different cups of choices. It's like, for you, there's only one cup. There's only one cup, and here you are carrying it for who knows how long. So it's like you've eliminated your choices. It's like you don't want to look at the other cups. You don't want to look at the other choices. You have decided on who or what your cup is, what you love or who you love. But at the same time, you've put so many expectations, boundaries, barriers up around this cup. It's like you feel like you feel like what you want is almost impossible to get. So there's definitely a belief problem here. It's like you are fearing that you're getting to a point where maybe I have to dump out that cup and start fresh. And there's a big part of you that doesn't want to do that. You know, if people only knew what was going on in the hearts, truly, what was going on in the hearts of other people. Nine of Swords, yep. You're worried about that. You're worried that you're about to potentially dump out a cup of love and you don't feel like it's replaceable. Knight of Swords. What are you getting ready to do or say? Look at that. That's exactly what I just said. You're getting ready to dump out those cups. Right? You're preparing yourself for loss. The loss of this Two of Cups connection. 1, 2. You're preparing yourself so much that you're almost expecting it. And when you expect something, Knight of Swords, it's like you're almost getting ready to create that scenario yourself. You're almost getting ready to create that loss. Because this is you at your wit's end. This is you dancing on a stage with a bunch of cats. It's like, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to get you to see this Two of Cups connection or pay attention to it? Is what you're going to say or do something to convey that. The Knight of Swords energy and the Emperor energy, very, very different energies, almost opposite. What's the Emperor trying to do here? 7 of Wands. Yep. This is protecting yourself. Right? This is defending yourself. It's like you are defending or trying to protect yourself from getting hurt. Five of Cups. You're worried about it. You're dancing on your head. You're spinning on your head. You feel like somebody is possibly the one. Maybe you felt like that for some period of time. All right. Let's see the energy that you're in today. Let's see the energy that this person is in today. Let's get some words that might be helpful. Okay, and then let's get some oracle cards. One for you and one for your person. Okay, let's see the energy that you're in right now. Look at that, what I tell you, death. Either you're expecting an ending, you're expecting things not to go as planned, you're expecting, you might be getting ready to end something because you don't want someone to end it on you. You want to jump the gun. That's possibly why this Knight of Swords is showing up as being so urgent. It's like you're getting ready to dump your cup. Be careful. Be careful. Because the Death card also says, you know, what you might want to consider is transforming whatever you have on your mind, whatever you're about to do. You might want to reconsider it. And then what do we have over here for your person? What energy is your person in? Woo! Tower. All right, so I'll tell you what. This person, whoever it is, they feel this coming in. They feel your energy coming in, okay? They feel like you're getting ready to dump the cups. Look at this. 2 people falling out of the tower, representing those 2 cups just being dumped. This person feels you getting ready to dump them. You might not be going into it thinking you're going to do that, but that's why you feel the urgency, interestingly enough. So this is very chaotic energy. This is saying to you, you might want to think twice before you go and blow something up, because this person is feeling that coming from you. All right, what words do we have here? Waiting. This person is waiting for you. What do we have here? Engaging. Trusted. That's interesting. Waiting, engaging, and trusted. I feel like your person is waiting. I feel like you, in some way, are thinking about engaging. And I feel like this death card here that you're in, this energy you're in, I feel like your intuition is telling you something different, and I feel like that's what needs to be trusted. Just saying. What do we have here for you? Extraordinary. There's a wild, oh my God, if that's not true. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. I feel like that's what this whole reading is trying to say. That's what you're trying to get somebody to see. You're trying to get somebody to see how extraordinary not only you are, but how extraordinary the two of you are together. And they very well might see that, but there might be something around the timing that is a struggle here. What do we have for your person? Karma. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. Anytime I get this card in this deck, I tend to pull another one. And divine abundance. You were born to align with love's will. Follow the Tao and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. You know, I feel like this person might be learning this lesson from you, right? If you've been chasing something, remember I said that I've seen a lot of masculine energy here, whether you're the masculine or the feminine. There's a lot of masculine energy here. There's this energy from you, Capricorn, that it's just easier to cut this away. That might be true. But it's not going to make you feel better if you haven't been able to fully express yourself. If you are dumping out your cup of love for somebody, be sure that that's what you want. Okay? Because once you do that, you can't take it back. And it blows my mind when people break up and make up and break up and make up and think that that's not doing something very damaging to both people. Just because you don't necessarily get everything you want the second that you express a vulnerability, it's still the better route to take over ending something or throwing out your cup of love simply to make an impact on somebody, getting somebody to Two of Pentacles in the reverse just notice you. It's always better to be authentic, because that means the next right thing will happen. Even if it doesn't happen immediately, you know, like it might in the movies. It's still the better way to go. So be careful what you're considering doing here. Because You are trying to be seen as this by this person. If this person doesn't see this in you, you know, then they may not be meant to. Or they may be meant to see this at a different point in their life when it's best for them. That's why, you know, the Eight of Swords there for you is very important. Just because it's not on your timing doesn't mean that it's not in play. It just means that there are certain things that have to line up in your person's life. You might be used in some way by the universe to illuminate something to your person at some time down the road when they really need it. All right. That's all I'm going to do on that. All right. So Capricorn, if you're looking for a deeper reading, certainly reach out. If not, no worries. I will talk to you next time. I was really getting into that story. I could have gone a lot longer with that. Anyway, have a great week, and I will talk to you next time. All right, bye.